Hey y'all, it's Bella back again with another video. Sorry it's been a couple days since I posted. It's been a lot going on, and yeah, finally had the time to sit down and make a video, so I'm gonna try to make this one really good for y'all. So if you're new here, please make sure you comment, like, and subscribe for more content. I will be posting more content every single day, so thank you for joining. All right, y'all, so today we are going to be talking about a couple different things. So the first thing I want to get into really is the 111-minute phone call. Now, as we know, there was in fact, an 111-minute phone call that that Nicole Kessinger and Chris Watts had. Now, this was hours before the murders. Okay, so neither of them could remember the contents of the phone call. All right, very interesting. So let's get into it. So this phone call took place around 9:28 to 11:19 p.m. Okay. 9:28 to 11:19 p.m. the night before the murders. So that was the night before August 13th, 2018. Now, after that phone call, during that phone call, there was an unanswered call to Chris Watts from Shanann at 9:29 p.m. So basically, Shanann called him 1 minute after he got on the phone with Nicole. Of course, he did not answer the phone. Okay. Now, Shanann sent a text message to Chris Watts as well around 9:44 p.m. Okay, so between that period of time, 9:28 p.m. and 11:19 p.m., Shanann reaches out to Chris. Okay, so she reaches out to her husband, probably just trying to figure out what's going on, whatever. She's coming back home the next day. She decided to see him and the kids. Okay. Now, he gets off the phone at 11:19 p.m. around then. Now, 11:21, he go ahead and text Shanann. All right. Now, at 11:25, we can see headlights on Nate's security camera. Okay? At 11:25 p.m., we can see headlights on Nate's security camera. Now, Nate was the neighbor that we get this from. Right here. This security footage, CCTV footage, whatever you want to call it. Now, when Chris Watts, I want to say, when he was caught carrying out the bodies of Shanann, Bella, and Cece to his truck, he was standing right here in this living room of his neighbor's house. Okay, they were all looking, the police, and Nathan were all looking at the footage. All right, we could see clearly Chris going out to that truck at least 3 times, possibly even more. Okay, we just can't really see too well in the shadows that there is. I've seen someone else there. I've seen a ponytail there. So in this CCTV footage, we can't see too much. Okay, it's quite blurry. You can only see so much. It really is not that great quality. So a lot of people say, "Oh, why wouldn't we see her on the CCTV footage if she was there?" It does not necessarily mean she was not there. Okay, it was quite early in the morning. It was dark outside. And you really could only catch so much on that camera. But you can see headlights, y'all, around 11-something p.m. that night before, caught on the CCTV camera, caught on Nathan's camera. Now, I have also heard that Nathan has said that he thought he saw a woman leaving the garage at, that night or whatever, sometime around then. Was Nicole over the house that night is my question. I've always thought she might have been over there. I've always thought she might have stayed the night. A lot of times I kind of wonder if she never, if they just had this phone call from the house. Now, I also want to talk about the ping. So this is a little bit about the ping tower at 6:16 a.m. Nicole's phone did in fact ping at that location, okay, at the Frederick Towers, okay. So this kind of gives you an idea. This image kind of gives you an idea of the location of where the Frederick Tower was at. Okay, and where the route Nicole might have took that morning. Now, personally speaking, if Nicole did just in fact take a different route that morning to work, which might have been the case, a lot of people say maybe she just took a different route just to stop by Chris's house, since Shanann was going to be coming back that morning and things of that nature. She just wanted to see what was going on, especially after that 111-minute phone call that they don't know any of the contents of, you guys. There's so much information regarding this case that just does not make any sense, okay? Especially when it comes to Nicole Kessinger. So, Chris can't remember what they talked about. Nicole can't remember what they talked about. The next morning, her phone pings at the location of the Watts Tower, okay? Also, she doesn't clock in for work that morning, y'all. What? She does not clock in for work at Anadarko Oil. Now, according to records, this is the first time she had not clocked in for work ever. Okay, so since her contract began, this is the first time she hadn't clocked in for work. She did, in fact, clock out for work, but she didn't clock in for work. Now, who, in fact, was her alibi, y'all? Who was her alibi? So, according to phone records, she does make a phone call to a man by the name of Jim. Now, she refers to this guy, Jim, in interviews with police as a friend of hers. She said he had a key to her apartment. They were very close. And he was not a romantic interest, although he was a friend of hers that she was with that day, the 13th. Now, who in fact was this Jim guy? She mentions him a couple different times, okay? And one time she mentioned him, she actually told investigators, detectives, police, not to call Jim. She said, leave Jim alone. Basically telling the police that they cannot contact him. All they wanted to do was confirm that, in fact, she was with Jim that day. Okay, that's an alibi. That's how an alibi works. I would think that it's only an alibi if it's been confirmed that you were with that person that day. Not if it was just a say-so. Okay? Now, the 1-minute phone call she makes towards Jim that morning. Okay? And then she said that afternoon, Jim walked himself in or opened the door to her apartment after work. And it welcomed himself in her place, and they hung out. Now, the interesting thing about this day was Nicole did make a couple different kinds of phone calls. So looking back at the Verizon call talk activity from Nicole Kessinger's phone, she also made some phone calls to Chris that day. Actually, a lot of phone calls to Chris. Her and Chris were in constant contact the day of August 13th, 2018. The same day, Chris murdered his wife and 2 children and drove them to the drove them to the Anadarko oil wells to place his 2 kids in 2 oil wells and bury his wife. Just absolutely heartbreaking. Now, according to Chris's phone activity, he did, in fact, send Nicole some photos along the way of the scenery while he was heading to the oil wells, y'all. He sent his mistress photos. Why would he be sending her photos? If you know what I'm saying? I just don't understand. I don't get it. Now, she did, in fact, delete text messages. She deleted quite a few text messages. The reason why she said she deleted these text messages is because she just didn't want nothing to do with him no more. She said, I didn't want nothing to do with him no more. He was lying to me and deceiving me, and I didn't like that. Okay? But why only delete some text messages and not all of them? Why not remember a 111-minute phone call? There's just so many holes in this information. Now, this is how I'm going to end, y'all. There were quite a few times when Chris was getting phone calls from police, August 13th, right? Now, there was a couple times when those phone calls from Nicole merged with calls from police. That means that the time he was on the phone with police, he was also on the phone with Nicole. But Nicole was quietly listening in on those conversations. This part gives me chills. But thank God for watching. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. I'll be posting a couple more videos today. Y'all have a great day. Take care.